In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about NVDA. So this one I put out recently that we were making key targets on the upside from multiple setups. One of the setups was this old setup where the initial upside target at the 1272 extension at that 278 area was met. And then that also overlapped a 1618 extension of this swing from another setup. Okay. Now, when we make extension targets, one of the things that you have to remember is that many moves tend to terminate at extensions of prior swings. So now it becomes a little bit more dangerous. Now, I'm not telling you that you can't look at the buy side up at these levels, but I am going to tell you that you have to play it tight just because of that reason. Okay? So, for example, if you look at the 30-minute chart, right after we had a pullback from that resistance, okay, I'll show you what I did. We ran the projection of this prior high to low swing, which was 925, and projected it from the high that was made here at that resistance. And we knew that if it held that support, okay, which it did, but if it did, that we could look at a new buy entry and define our risk underneath here. Okay, so we did see another rally off of that area. Okay, it wasn't a perfect hit, but it was close enough to take a trade against because this decline was 937 versus 925, so they were very similar. But we made the 1272 target already. Okay, so anyone who I put into that trade, we basically looked at ratcheting up stops or booking profits at the 1272. But now what do? Well, you do the same thing until it doesn't work anymore. So here, I'm taking that prior decline of 9¼ points. I'm also taking this prior decline of 937, projecting it from the new high, and then running the retracement, and that gives me some new parameters to work with. Personally, I wouldn't be interested in a new buy entry unless we get anywhere down to this 272 to 274 area. And you know, if we do come down and test it, what we then look for is an entry trigger on a lower time frame chart, like a 5-minute chart or something. And then if we elect the trade, we're going to look for a 1272 target as far as, you know, the next trade setup. But know that if we end up breaking that support that includes the symmetry, that I would be out of all of the longs and not look at it again until further notice, because breaking the symmetry of this rally swing is more likely to give us at least a deeper downside correction that you're not going to want to sit through. So let's see if we can hold above this 272, 274 area, and if we don't, I would get out of the way as far as this particular stock is concerned.